welcome to the Kino Casino. Can you tell everyone about yourself real quick?
Yeah, I've been around for a few years. I'm over on YouTube. Just like to talk about entertainment, like comics and movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's like my primary interest right there. And
well, speaking of which, we're getting into the Rekieta stuff.
Yes. So your thoughts. So Yellowflash, let's give your thoughts. Your overall, because you were in the group chat. Someone leaked where he was like freaking out at you for not sweeping. I
refuse to sweep for this shit. I will not sweep for this behavior. It's awful. I don't know who this guy is.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was a lie.
Yeah.
And before the kids thing, I wasn't happy, but I wanted him to get better. I don't care now. Like, this shit with the kid is unforgivable.
Oh, but that's
and this whole shit that this is a fault. There's a 15% chance of a false positive. That's it. 15% chance.
But you don't think, like, look, this is how we brought it up, and I know
and that shit that it's sprinkled in the kid's hair, that's a faux. That's not how it's, so they don't wash. They don't look at the outside of the hair. They melt it down and they look at what it's been metabolized in your hair. Stupid.
But they wash your hair to begin with as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a complete ignorance of how the process even works. And it's like, what do you think? They didn't retest the kid? You think they didn't test her again? And it's like, oh, well, the state wanted it to be this way. It's a conspiracy. It's environmental exposure. Then why are the other 4 kids negative?
Yeah.
I think if it was environmental exposure, they would all be positive, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The shit Camelot was saying scares the shit out of me that he might have self-medicated the kid.
That's where we're going right away.
That's where we're going to start with.
Clip.
We covered this. So when we covered this last time, by the way, Ashton brought up the point, and it started to become more plausible where Nick Rekieta always used to talk, and Aaron, the guy who was there, who told the whole story, DM'd me during our show saying how Nick used to talk about the medicinal properties of cocaine,
that's like saying let's smoke crack to fix our sore throat.
You know?
There's a reason that it's where it is.
Flash, you're not as smart as Nick Rekieta, don't you know?
Maybe, but I know where my kids are sleeping.
Yeah.
Well, have you ever considered, though, by the way, like as Barnes is saying, that Rekieta made you and made your career and you'd be nothing without him, and so you should pick up the broom and sweep?
Ooh!
That's what he says. You feel like that? You feel like he made you and you need to sweep for him?
No.
You ring it up, Flash Dub. Everyone's saying Flash Dub in chat, and I respect, like, you tried so hard to make him wake up and go, look at what you're doing, and he just was yelling at you.
I've lost a friend to this shit.
Yeah.
I've lost a friend to heroin. I've seen someone die from this shit, and he's dying. Maybe not. It's good that this happened because he's obviously not doing drugs now. But you could tell. I haven't been watching for a while because I just had a kid recently. That's where all my time is.
Of course.
And I see things and hear things and see clips of him, like, breaking down. And I sat down and watched like a bunch of Alyssa's stuff, a lot of her clips. And you can literally, if you go back to some of her first uploads to where he is now, it's like watching him turn into a Fallout ghoul.
Yeah. That's what everyone says. Yeah, for sure. And his nose, you can hear the coke in his nose too.
Yeah. You can tell the dude is killing himself.
Oh, wait, hang on. But do you feed your kids, Flash?
I take very good care.
Yeah. Apparently this whole thing is the kids need to feed themselves.
But Flash, aren't you aware of your constitutional right to not feed your kid?
Right? Apparently.
Robert Barnes will tell you.
Like,
is he really saying this?
We've got the videos today, buddy.
We've got it for you today. The craziest stuff. He's saying under no circumstances should you ever contact Child Protective Services.
Ever. Even if they're being AR'd, if they're being, anything. Yeah.
That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Get ready.
Oh, well,
Get ready.
Get ready. We're in the Baldo wash verse.
And everyone, by the way, if you want to check out Flash, go to Yellowflash 2 is your main channel, right? Yellowflash 2
yeah.
is your main channel right there. By the way, Flash, it's nice to talk to you again. You know, I used to
I just hit watch stream. Is that
watch stream.
That's fine. Yeah.
You know, I used to hang out with you back in the day before my whole downfall and becoming a crazy person.
Yeah, you were one of the first people to reach out to me and like say what's up, like you, and all that stuff, and I really appreciate that. I was like a nobody.
Hell yeah, see, and
it's good seeing you. It's good seeing you do well. You're
thanks, man.
Sober, and you got your hit show. I think it's great.
Yeah, you know, I'm 222 days fully sober off anything. So
wow,
including nicotine too. All right, here we go, guys. Rekieta.
Very disturbing theory, and it's coming from Camelot. And Camelot is somebody who spent a fair amount of time with Rekieta.
Mm-hmm.
Like he would go partying with Rekieta. I think Rekieta sponsored his like
his
NASCAR.
cars,
his cars and stuff. And you're pretty familiar with Camelot, right?
Flash? Yeah, I like Camelot. We're cool.
Nice.
I've hung out with him, had a good time with him.
All right, cool.
I've hung out with Nick too. Like,
yeah,
it's really sad seeing all this shit. But the stuff with the kid that really pissed me off. And then the cope stream that he did yesterday and acted like, oh, April. Well, that month is past. Everybody knows that she's living in the next to you.
Yeah. Yeah, we all know this. Like,
I just wonder, like, who do you think he thought he was fooling, Flash? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and by the way, Camelot, like, respects to him because we thought for a second he was sweeping. He put the broom right down, and he starts now revealing all these things, right? And
he's revealed a lot of shit. The $20,000 a month on cokers in Vegas.
When I did that stuff for like a year and a half, I think it was, I didn't spend half of that. And he spent it every month. How? Like, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
He had 3 other noses to feed. Four if you count his daughter, which is so prime.
Oh. I don't. What do you think? Do you think it's the midlife crisis that pushed this, or because I don't think he?
Well, I heard the theory, right, with the American Beauty, right, Ash?
Well, I think that he started to regret that he had a family. He felt like
you know what? I feel like he resents his kids.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
He goes on all these vacations, never takes them.
Yeah.
It seems like he wants to just get away from them all the time.
Yeah.
It's bad,
that's
dude.
My view is that he views his kids as a burden. They stop him from having fun and living the sort of lifestyle he wants. And he views his marriage the same way. It's obvious that because he invited April in and had sex with her, another man's wife.
Oh my God.
And then allowed another man to have sex with his wife. According to Aaron and according to, just basic common sense, that's what's going on.
Yeah, that Aaron guy's the biggest loser in all of this.
Oh,
they're all upstairs. He's making SpaghettiOs downstairs.
Yeah, it's like, as much as he tried to claim he was the Casanova of Kayla.
And he's always the winner in all of his stories.
Oh, yeah, he's the hero.
Always the hero.
He's never doing anything bad in any of the stories. He was just caught up. He was brainwashed into letting Rekieta Baldo his wife, apparently.
All right, man.
I got here.
There we go.
But
can you hear it, guys? You can hear it?
See if I can turn this up.
Yeah, right-click the screen there, and you could boost it as much as you need there.
There we go.
Okay. Here's my redneck opinion. From what I've heard, and he may very well be right, dude. I don't damn know. I wouldn't be involved.
Okay.
When he goes, I don't damn know. Like, well, but don't you know a little bit? That maybe Coke for a 9-year-old, you shouldn't do. Well, he might be right for all I know. He got all that fancy book learning, that education. He might know best. I don't know.
Nick talks a lot about the medicinal properties of cocaine.
Just take Adderall.
That's crazy.
Just take Adderall.
I thought he already was.
Yeah, exactly.
So the 9-year-old in question, is Rekieta's favorite. He talks at length about how she's his favorite.
Yeah.
And he also talks about how she has like trouble sleeping, has night terrors, stuff like this, problem paying attention. So it could be that he thought, okay, well, maybe the medicine they're giving her isn't working. Let me see if I know what's best.
Rub it on the gums.
It's just a really crazy idea.
Oh.
It's really, really bad, but it's not like a unique circumstance. Like every day in America, there are kids that are given drugs by their parents because their parents are scumbag druggies. Like it does happen.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be happening.
Oh, and by the way, I mean, she had 5,000, mg in the hair follicle, which is consistent to regular use.
Times. Yeah, it was 10 times the negligible amount.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, so it wasn't like
wasn't I just found this shit on the counter and accidentally ate it.
Yeah, no, this is regular use.
Yeah,
and I mean,
kind of makes this theory make sense.
Yeah, exactly, and it's actually scary. It's really, really, really scary.
Right. The medicinal properties of cocaine and how it helps anxiety, it helps stress, it helps narcolepsy.
By the way, when I did coke back in the day, okay, it makes you paranoid as shit.
Yeah.
It makes you check the windows and shit. Is anyone else? You know what I mean? Like you get paranoid. It doesn't help.
It doesn't help your stress. It makes you the most stressed out you could be. You're more on edge than you could possibly be. Like, okay.
And narcolepsy, like, okay.
Narcolepsy.
Yeah, how could this fix? This would keep you up. It's a stimulant.
Yeah. Wait. What? Wait, narcolepsy?
I guess that's how it helps narcolepsy. Well, you'll be flying so high that you can't pass out, I suppose.
So, and this is just a theory. What if if you believe something's got medicinal value and your one of your children is suffering through, I don't know, ailments, knot tears,
like ADHD, restlessness, like because people say, I mean, what it is ADHD is cured by a stimulant because
amphetamine,
it actually levels you out, right? And so if Nick did this,
there's doses of like Ritalin that you can give kids.
Yeah.
Make sure they actually have ADHD though, because they over fucking prescribe that shit. But they legitimately have those issues. Like, go and take the kid to a doctor and get that addressed. Don't give them cocaine.
Yeah. I'm just of the view with all of it, and maybe it's an ignorant thing to say, but I'm in the view of all of it is maybe we shouldn't be giving like kids like amphetamines. Like, I don't know. It seems to me
it's overprescribed.
Wild. Mm-hmm. And I wonder if that's why people have like issues with socialization later in life or with addiction or with all sorts of things, because we're frying these kids' brains with high power amphetamines from the time they're like 6 years old because they have a lot of energy and they're going all over the place. I don't know. Might be ignorant to say.
No, I don't. We know they do a lot of it now. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Just a stupid guy making YouTube videos. But I do know cocaine is bad. It's not good. It's not a good thing.
Like by the way, what we're talking about is like the lowest bar of observation. Coke for kids is bad. Like you wouldn't think we'd be here going coke for kids is not a good.
But then we have like these supposedly educated, intelligent people. Robert Barnes, this amazing,
which we'll
lawyer,
see in a bit here,
and he'll just tell us, "Oh no, it's no problem at all." EVS will tell us, "Oh well, it's no problem at all." Crazy shit like this. I just don't know what makes them go along with it. Why they feel they have to sweep up and defend this to the bitter end as it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. It's like, do you feel like you're already committed and there's no way out of this? You just have to defend him? Or like, at what point would you stop defending him? It seems like there's no lengths that they won't go to defend whatever behavior he's done, which is wild.
Do you think if the video footage was released, the body cam footage, do you think they'll be like, have you seen the new AI videos coming out?
Yeah, well, that's what they would say, right?
It's
that body cam footage. That body cam footage is going to be bad.
Oh, buddy. And what are you
Well,
going to
It's
say?
gonna be really
but
bad.
don't you know the only reason people want to see it is because they're pedophiles that want to jerk off to the children?
That's what they're saying.
People
That's
saying that.
no, that's the defense from Robert Barnes. Is he's saying the only reason Josh and Kiwi Farms wants to get it is because they have a sick interest in the children. Mind you, the sheriff's office or whoever's in charge of releasing this has said they're blurring out all the children's faces.
That's
They're
good.
removing their voices.
Yeah.
And that's why it's taking so long for it to come out, is because they're doing it.
It was
So it
60
has-
bucks
It has
a minute,
nothing
right?
to do with wanting to see the children's faces or anything sick like that. It's if we see this, we can determine who's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Are the police telling the truth when they say it was a dirty, crowded, cluttered, fucked up home? Or is Rekieta telling the truth when he says they're liars and that their narrative isn't correct? Like, that's why people want to see it. Because the allegation in the defense they're giving is it's all a conspiracy. The police have planted evidence or created evidence. They're lying. Like, you watched Rekieta's stream, Yellowflash, the other night, where he's saying, like, Miss Sweep is lying. The CPS agent is lying. And she's lying under oath. And this is serious shit. So, like, people need to know the truth. Like,
Yeah.
Is it true? Is it not? And the body cam footage will reveal that.
Why wouldn't you reveal it yourself if it wasn't true? Like if you were actually it was a conspiracy and they're planting evidence, wouldn't you want the body cam footage to be released? Right? You'd be like, oh yeah, no, it will prove everything. By the way,
Yeah.
That. What if you think it has medicinal properties that could be used to help your child? Because that's what you believe. That doesn't seem crazy out of the spectrum for me, right? And I'm talking about in the situation, not personally, obviously. I don't know nothing about cocaine. I know it's white. That's pretty much all I know. So,
all right, like
I'm pressing X. I'm pressing X there. I'm pressing X.
I know. I
baby.
don't. He doesn't even smoke weed.
oh really? Okay. Okay.
Okay,
I believe him.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, I
just,
don't.
you know,
He doesn't do that. Camelot likes to occasionally drink. That's
All right. Let's
Sex is his drug.
Now,
if
but
you
by
say
the
so-
way, by
yeah.
the way, like, do you have to know anything about coke to go? That's nuts. Like, you know what I mean? That's fucking crazy. No.
It really is wild.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think he's throwing Rekieta under the bus in his own subtle way there.
Yeah,
I
it was
think-
good. It was
and,
good.
and
It
I
was
think
good.
what's compelling about that to me is just, you know, he did have a relationship with Rekieta that was somewhat close. They met in real life a number of times. So I take what he has to say on that with a certain amount of credibility.
Yeah.
You know, I think that
for sure.
it might actually be the case. And if so, that's really, really sad and really, really fucked up.
Beyond. All right.
So here's something funny. We have some new revelations from Aaron.
Let's go.
Aaron's got some new revelations, as we remember. He revealed to us all that Nick Rekieta needs to use Viagra to get hard. Sometimes even with the help of Viagra, he can't get hard, which is tough.
That's because of the drugs
And he actually
and the
he-
drinking.
The coke dick, whiskey dick, you know, like.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't help your performance there, Sailor. So
I mean, he literally drinks the liquor that it's named after, whiskey dick.
That's jokes.
You know?
But okay, but here we have the new revelation about Rekieta's bedroom performance. Let's have a
go.
look.
All right.
So
My mind is spinning every day. You reveal something else to me.
April-
it's unbelievable.
April said this again. I cannot confirm whether or not this is true. This is according to April. Taken up with.
By the way, this is your wife telling you about the sex
About
experience.
another man's penis, and you think you're dunking on him, but you are, but you're also dunking on yourself.
I helped the man get hard and fuck my wife.
When he asked for pills to fuck my wife, I gave it.
I wanted her to have a good time.
It's the kamikaze of felt, you know, like the self
It
felt
really is.
to felt, you know.
It really is kamikaze Aaron, yeah.
She said, Nick has to take breaks from having sex because he overheats.
Look at her face.
Oh,
Like, whoa. Ew. allergy and he overheats during sex. He's a two-pump chump.
Oh
He can't even get it hard, and then when he does, through miracles of modern medicine and science,
and Baldos
and whatever implements, he can only go a few strokes at a time before he overheats. Has to get back, lay down.
Her face is the perfect face for hearing that story.
I haven't seen this one.
No, me either. I haven't seen this one either.
Nick has to take breaks from having sex because he overheats. And so he has to stop and like go outside.
Wait, he's got to go out. He's got to put like an ice pack on his forehead, you know? Like,
he has to go stick his dick in the refrigerator or the freezer. He's got an ice pack on demand.
Yo, this girl's face is like it's concern. It's no. Oh,
maybe that's
God.
what the snow angels are for. Remember Aaron talking about he did the snow angels with Kayla? Maybe that's a Mr. Racket started ritual. Where in the midst of he's like, oh my God, I'm getting so hot. He has to just rush out to the snow and do a snow angel before he gets into April. I don't know.
Someone says, who overheats? Is he a car?
The REMs are just like...
He's like a PS5, you know? He's a graphics card with no fans.
They overclocked it. The blood stimulation rushing to his penis. It got him.
And take breaks and then can do it again later. Like, so you have to kind of start and stop because he gets really hot and he overheats. He has a heat allergy and he breaks out in hives.
Whoa, wait. I thought you were
Wait
kidding.
a minute.
I thought
Wait
you were
a minute. He starts breaking out in hives. Like there's hives all over his penis.
Oh, no.
And like imagine your wife's allowing that in her. That's what April or Aaron here is saying. Yeah, my wife April just allowed Rekieta's dirty boil-ridden penis inside of her multiple times. Has he got the STI check done yet?
But Yellowflash thoughts?
Yeah, I wonder about that because of the hooker stuff and then the hedonism thing in Jamaica. You would hope that she's making him get tested.
Yeah, like thoughts on the STD?
Those tests are just for prude Scandinavian incels.
I can't believe
if it comes back positive, well, that's false. That's a false positive. I don't really have herpes.
Just imagine him shaking with hives. I gotta take a break. Like whoa!
I've never heard this before. Like getting hives from overheating in sex.
Maybe he's dying. I don't know.
Usually, you just catch your breath for a second and then you just keep on going. I don't.
Yes, he needs to go outside. Oh man, that's so funny to me.
Yikes.
Yikes.
He has a heat allergy. Like he overheats, maybe because his heart is trying to pump all the blood that's rushing around his body from the lines of cocaine. Maybe that's why he's overheating.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Turn up the AC. He has to take breaks. What?
Grandma's Boy podcast says, I'm disabled. It's called a heat intolerance. I'm sorry. I apologize. That's on me.
Home run.
But what sort of person has an intolerance to heat or an allergy to heat? Like, is this a real condition?
I think it is. I mean, it sounds like it could be possible.
Some people were never really meant to live. They're just like a genetic defect kept alive by the wonders of modern medicine, you know?
I knew a guy who was allergic to the cold.
I've heard of heat rashes, but not this allergic to heat thing that they're going on about.
Allergic to heat, to where boils and like hives are appearing all over your body. It's wild.
Okay, it's I don't know if this is it. This is crazy. Okay, yeah, it's called chronologic urticaria.
Okay.
Hives from heat or sweat. They're related to your body temperature. You can get itchy red hives on your skin for lots of reasons. And yeah, it's a weird name for it, but yeah, apparently it's real. It's a real thing.
All right. Well,
So
Probably
Does he really have it though, or is he just breaking on hives because he does so much drugs?
Yeah. No, I'm thinking the drugs. His heart's beating. Like his heart's like, ah!
We got to remove all the drugs from the equation before we can do a true and honest assessment, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Actually causing this.